subscribe and hit the bell.
I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a warm summer evening, and the sun was setting in hues of orange and pink. I had just come home from work, tired but eager to spend some quality time with my wife, Emma. Little did I know that this evening would forever change the course of our lives. As I walked through the front door, I could hear faint laughter coming from the living room. It wasn't unusual for Emma to have friends over, so I thought nothing of it and proceeded to greet her. However, as I turned the corner into the living room, my heart sank like a stone. There she was, sitting on the couch, leaning into the arms of another man. His name was Mark, a colleague of hers whom I'd met a couple of times before. But this time, it was different. Their closeness, their intimacy, it was all too evident. My mind went numb, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. "Emma?" I stammered, trying to keep my composure. She looked up, startled, and guilt flashed across her face. It was clear she hadn't expected me home so early. "Hey, I didn't think you'd be back so soon," she said, her voice faltering. I looked at her, searching for an explanation, but she couldn't meet my gaze. The silence in the room was heavy, suffocating. Mark finally spoke up, trying to break the tension. "I should go. I didn't mean to intrude." "No, Mark, please stay," Emma insisted, as if she didn't want him to leave. I couldn't bear to watch them together any longer, so I turned away and headed towards our bedroom, needing some space to think. Emma followed me, pleading for forgiveness, but the betrayal was too raw, too fresh. In the following days, we tried to talk about what happened, but the wounds were deep. Emma admitted that she had been feeling neglected and unappreciated, which drove her into the arms of someone who seemed to understand her. As painful as it was to hear, I understood that we had drifted apart, and we both had a part to play in it. Still, the thought of her with another man haunted me, and trust became a fragile thread between us. It was hard to believe that we could ever be the same again. Yet, there was a glimmer of hope, a desire to salvage what was left of our love. We sought professional help, attending couples therapy to work through the issues that had led us to this point. It was a grueling process, filled with tears, anger, and vulnerability. But through it all, we both realized that we loved each other deeply and were willing to fight for our marriage. Months passed, and slowly, we started to rebuild the trust that had been shattered. We communicated more openly, listening to each other's needs and fears. The painful memories of that summer evening never fully faded, but they no longer had the power to define us. As we grew closer, Emma also cut ties with Mark, understanding that their relationship was built on shaky ground and that she needed to focus on repairing her marriage. It was a tough decision for her, but one that she made wholeheartedly. Time healed some wounds, and our love became stronger in its newfound resilience. We learned to cherish each other, to appreciate the little moments, and to be more present in each other's lives. Infidelity may have shaken the foundation of our marriage, but it also forced us to confront our issues and work towards a better future together. The road to recovery was long and arduous, but it was a journey we chose to undertake hand in hand. Now, as I sit here recounting this story, I can't help but feel a sense of gratitude for the trials that tested our love. It wasn't easy, but it brought us closer, reminding us that love is a commitment, and it's worth fighting for. Our bond is stronger now, and I'm hopeful that we'll continue to grow together, cherishing the love that has survived even the darkest of moments. The support of friends and family played a significant role in our healing process. They offered understanding, empathy, and sometimes tough love when needed. It was reassuring to know that we weren't alone in our struggles and that others believed in our ability to overcome this hurdle. During this trying time, we also made a conscious effort to rekindle the spark that had ignited our love years ago. We went on dates, just the two of us, and rediscovered the joy in each other's company. Our laughter returned, and the weight of the past began to lift. Emma took up journaling as a way to express her emotions and thoughts. It became a valuable outlet for her to process her feelings and to communicate with me honestly. Reading her journal entries was not always easy, but it allowed me to see the depths of her remorse and the effort she was putting into rebuilding our trust. There were moments when doubt crept into my mind, questioning whether I could ever fully trust Emma again. But whenever those doubts surfaced, she was there to reassure me. She demonstrated unwavering patience and understanding, giving me the space I needed to heal while showing me, through her actions, that she was committed to our marriage. As time passed, we learned to appreciate each other in new ways. We celebrated our victories, both big and small, and supported each other through challenges. Our love became more profound, forged in the crucible of adversity. Inevitably, there were setbacks along the way. Healing from such a profound breach of trust is a process that cannot be rushed. However, we made a pact to face our problems head-on, to address them with honesty, and to seek guidance when necessary. The process of rebuilding our marriage was not linear. There were days when we took significant strides forward, and there were days when we stumbled backward. But we remained steadfast in our commitment to one another. As the years passed, the memory of that fateful evening slowly lost its grip on our daily lives. It became an important chapter in our history, one that we acknowledged but did not dwell on. Instead, we focused on the present and the future we were building together. Today, we stand stronger than ever before. Our love has grown deeper, grounded in trust and open communication. We've learned to prioritize each other amidst life's distractions, understanding that a healthy marriage requires effort and dedication. While the scars of infidelity will always be a part of our story, they no longer define us. Instead, they serve as a reminder of the strength of our love and our resilience in the face of adversity. We often look back on that challenging period in our lives and marvel at how far we've come. We're grateful for the second chance we gave each other and for the love that carried us through the darkest times. As we face the future together, hand in hand, we know that life will continue to throw its curveballs. But we're no longer afraid. We've faced the storm and come out the other side, stronger, wiser, and more in love than ever before. Our story is a testament to the power of forgiveness, the strength of commitment, and the enduring nature of true love. In the years that followed, we made it a point to nurture our relationship continually. We created new memories and traditions together, finding joy in the simple pleasures of life. We embarked on adventures, traveled to new places, and grew together as individuals and as a couple. Throughout this journey, we held on to the lessons we learned during that challenging time. Communication remained the cornerstone of our relationship. We vowed to be honest with each other, even when it was uncomfortable, and to address any issues that arose promptly. Moreover, we learned to appreciate the power of vulnerability. Opening up to each other about our fears and insecurities created a deeper emotional connection between us. We recognized that vulnerability was not a sign of weakness but a testament to the strength of our bond. With time, the pain of the past softened, and we allowed ourselves to forgive. Forgiveness was not about forgetting what happened but acknowledging the growth we experienced as a couple and as individuals. It was about accepting that people make mistakes and choosing to move forward together, hand in hand. As our love continued to flourish, we realized that our journey was not just about healing from the infidelity but about rediscovering ourselves and our commitment to a life shared with one another. We found new depths of respect and admiration for each other's resilience and willingness to change. Today, when we reflect on our story, we see it as a tale of redemption and love's transformative power. It's a story of two people who faced their darkest moments head-on, held each other up, and emerged stronger and more in love than ever. While the scars of that summer evening will never fully fade, they have become a part of the tapestry of our love story. We know that life's challenges may come our way, but we face them with the confidence that comes from knowing that together, we can weather any storm. Our journey has taught us that love is not a fairy tale, but rather a beautiful and imperfect dance of two imperfect souls finding their way together. We're grateful for the love that brought us back from the brink and the understanding that true love, when nurtured and cherished, can overcome even the darkest of shadows. And as we hold each other's hand, we look forward to the adventures that lie ahead, knowing that we are stronger, braver, and more in love than ever before.